welcome back to WEC Icons, the series where we tell you about some of the most beautiful and interesting race cars on the planet. And today we are delving into the world of Porsche, more specifically the 963. It's won championships, it's won races, and there is so much for us to learn about this beautiful piece of German machinery. So let's get into it. Urs, welcome to WEC Icons. And first things first, would you mind please introducing yourself for me and telling me what your job title is?
Yeah, my name is Urs Kuratle. I'm Director Motorsport LMDh at Porsche Motorsport. And actually I'm at Porsche since 2013, LMP1 program first, and now I have the honor and the pleasure to lead that program at Porsche Motorsport.
Well, let's come on to that program. Can you please introduce this beautiful piece of machinery behind me?
Yeah, Porsche 963. It's a LMDh car, obviously. We are competing in the WEC Championship. Yeah, so far we probably can call it one of the most successful car in that still young championship. And it's a beautiful car, isn't it?
It's quite nice. Let's get into the stats of this thing. What engine has it got? Regulations aside, what horsepower, things like that.
So let's start with the engine. 4.6 liter, double turbo charged engine. It's the origin of the engine is basically the 918 road car from Porsche, then obviously heavily modified. We have a 7-speed gearbox from X-Track at the back. That's one of the components which are the same for all the LMDh cars. And all the rest of the development is done at Porsche Motorsport in combination with our partner Multimatic. Multimatic is our chassis partner. It's a great partnership we have with those guys. And that's basically it.
I'm not sure you said V6, V8?
V8.
V8, lovely. And how much does it weigh?
Competing in a BOP championship, the weight varies, but the minimum weight is 1,030 kilos, and race by race it is adjusted by the rules.
Lovely. And does it have a hybrid element?
It does have an hybrid element. It's a hybrid element. The battery is from FZ from England, and the MGU and some other hybrid components are from Bosch.
And for those who don't know, when is that hybrid element used? When is it active?
You can actually use it whenever you want, whenever it fits you the best. It's 50 kilowatts maximum power, and we can use it whenever we want to, basically on the track, and obviously we try to use it as much as possible.
And of course, you guys didn't just build a fast car, you built a Porsche. How do you get this car, when we're building something like this, to maintain its Porsche identity? Where do you think you can see that in the car?
It's actually an interesting question, because you can see it on the front lights. If you would see the 4 spots on it, that makes it a Porsche. And if you would look from the back, there is this Porsche sign on the rear, which is a rear light as well, and that's a typical Porsche identity.
And can you touch on the livery a little bit as well? There's so many different elements, but maybe some bits you can point out for us.
The livery is another interesting question, because it's always a big topic if you do a new or a new race car or a different race car. The main goal is to present our sponsors, our partners, as good as possible, and there's not a specific thing that livery would tell us, but it's I think a really nice livery. What we do, for example, you can see at the back we have this white fin at that car. The other car you may see at the garage as a black one, and in Le Mans, as we are running 3 cars, that back fin would be painted in red, actually.
And then let's move on to some of the aero elements on this car. Can you pick out a few things that are on the car for aero purposes and what they do, and tell us a little bit about them in more detail?
There's obviously a front wing which is hidden under the front nose, but where the air goes in, and we have the big rear wing. And the one thing we took care by designing that car, that we do not have so many flickers or flaps or little small wings on the car, which with some contact you can drive off while driving. So we try to have a sleek, slim, nice surface on the whole thing. That was a crucial thing for us, and I also believe that paid off already a couple of times, because there is heavy fighting, there's a good racing we can see, especially in the WEC tracks, and not having anything you can damage while driving. It's a plus, it's a benefit, and that's what we tried to take care of.
Well, how about we get out the steering wheel then, take a look at that?
Sure.
So this is quite an unusual shaped steering wheel. I've not seen any of the other hypercars look quite like this. Can you talk me through some of the key features on it, please?
I think they all look more or less the same, to be honest. What it basically is, I mean, you have, starting maybe at the back, you have all the shift levers, you have clutch, you have some other functions at the back the driver can manipulating there. There's even some switches at the back. And looking at it from the front, there's a big, nice colored screen, actually it is, once it's up and running. We have shift lights on top, and we have a lot of buttons, and we have buttons for drinks, for kill the engine, for example, not killing anybody else. But there's a lot of direct functions we have here, and then we have these rotary switches. So the thing is, basically, if the driver has a problem, he would communicate to the race engineer or via the radio what his problem is or what he wants to have changed. The race engineer would talk to the back office, even the office back at the home base, for example, and then they will come up with like a blue rotary kilo to 5. So what the driver would do, he would do the blue rotary switch it to kilo or K, and then he will go with that switch here to the number 5.
Yep.
And that setting is in, and it hopefully helps him.
And Milo and Mila, you know what they mean? Can you tell me what they mean?
No.
Or we'll call it a secret, huh? We'll call it a secret.
We call it a secret. No, it's not, they're not big secrets, but that's the few things we can differentiate ourselves from the others, and that's something we try to keep as a secret.
Okay, okay. These cockpits always amaze me because it really is such a tight squeeze in there. But can you point out a few things that we've got going on in here?
Yeah, it's tight, as you said. It's actually like a fighter jet. If you look the headrests, left, right, and if the driver is sitting inside with his helmet on, he barely can move the head. He can look into the mirrors. He's also got a side view, a rear view mirror on the top, but it's basically operated by a camera here. So he has like a little screen in there. Most of the switches are on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
There are only a few switches in the cockpit there, some like wiper and other general functions.
Would they be the ones more frequently used or perhaps less frequently used?
Less frequently used, because the driver ideally has his hand on the steering wheel,
of course.
And doing anything else in the cockpit, he would have to, would be distracted by doing this thing.
And the one thing that's caught my eye that I've not seen on any of the other cars, that little silver plaque, what's that?
It's the chassis number. It's the official chassis number from the car, and that's basically a traditional thing. It's a little small Porsche logo on it and engraved the chassis number with the type 963. And the fact on that is, it's every Porsche race car since many, many, many years has exactly this plaque on it, and that's a nice traditional thing from Porsche. This one.
Almost like a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah, you have to have the chassis number for legal reasons as well, for customs or many other reasons.
But it just looks nice too.
It looks nice, and it's a traditional thing.
So my favorite question to ask everybody, what is your favorite part, favorite feature of this car?
The trophy. The trophies which he wins. No, it's not. I mean, it's not. I have not a favorite. I like the look of it, and but I go with the old saying that a fast race car is always a nice race car, and the look of it, I really like it, and the complete car. I like the car.
That's fair. Thank you so much for joining us, Urs, and thank you for watching. We will see you next time for the next episode of WEC Icons.